Dear students of 8th standard, let us have a revision of some chapters in science with some MCQ questions. There are 30 questions framed on the chapters of science 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and these questions are very simple. Now you are going to study the questions as well as their answers, and I will be explaining how to choose a correct answer among the 4 choices given for each of the questions. Now first question, let us see. Combustion requires dash gas in air. There are 4 options: nitrogen, carbon dioxide, oxygen and neon. All these gases are present in the air, but oxygen is the one which helps in combustion. So oxygen should be chosen. Second one, high amount of carbon dioxide in the air causes dash. The answer is global warming. Global warming as well as the greenhouse effect, both are same. Carbon dioxide is able to catch the heat radiation in the sunlight. If you increase the carbon dioxide by vehicles or industries, there will be automatically the rise in the temperature. It is called global warming, and it is increased even when we cut the trees, because when carbon dioxide is produced by human activities, the trees naturally convert the carbon dioxide into the oxygen. So this process can be increased by the planting up of the trees, so that they will absorb carbon dioxide and lower the global warming. Now third one, LPG is preferred as a domestic fuel than wood. So in houses, LPG gas stove is used extensively nowadays. Nobody keeps the wood, the stoves which use the wood. Now the scientific reason for this is, let us have the discussion first. LPG, as you know, doesn't produce the smoke and doesn't leave the ash when it is burnt. And on LPG stove, the cooking becomes faster and easy. So it is called as very highly fuel efficient, means it is converted into high heat energy when it is burnt, and causes less pollution. D is the correct option. Though C option looks like it is correct, like use of wood leads to forest destruction, but this is not a scientific reason for not using it as a domestic fuel. Question number 4. Fire caused by the oil cannot be controlled by. The answer is water. Water can be used for the normal fire, which is produced by burning solid materials, not for the liquid materials. Because sand, soil and carbon dioxide, when they are put on a burning material, they will form a surface which will cut off the connection between the air, that is oxygen, and the burning material. So this avoids the burning process and stops the fire. So sand, soil and carbon dioxide are suitable to use on the fire caused by the oils. Next, 5th question. Which of the following is not essential for combustion? For combustion, the combustible material should be there, like paper, LPG or petrol, something like that. And oxygen, that is in the air, plenty, it should be there. And you should have some fire before it starts burning, except some like phosphorus and sodium. Now the nitrogen which is in the air, it doesn't help in combustion. So the choice here for the question like which is not essential for combustion is nitrogen. Question number 6. A substance capable of ignition on its own into flame suddenly without reason. Just now I said that without reason, that is spontaneous combustion takes place in some materials like phosphorus, that is white phosphorus. Red phosphorus doesn't undergo spontaneous combustion. And sodium. So the other things will need something to start the fire. That is maybe the spark or maybe the fire itself. They will burn just after they get the ignition temperature. But phosphorus, white phosphorus undergoes burning even in the room temperature. Its ignition temperature is very, very less. Now question number 7. An example of spindle shaped cell. Arrow and the bow you have seen. So bow is having the tapering ends and it is very big or thick in the middle. That shaped cells are present in our body in the muscles. Our internal body organs like the stomach, small intestine, their wall is spindle shaped. So muscle cell is chosen because blood cells, they can be shapeless like WBCs. RBCs are spherical. Nerve cell is kite shaped. Bone cell is also having different shapes. So muscle cell is the proper answer to be chosen. Question number 8. Parts of animal cell do not include dash and dash. You have to search for the parts of the cell which are not present in the animal cell but present in the plant cell alone. The D option shows that cell wall and chloroplast are not in the animal cell. So that is the best option here. The other ones include cell membrane. It is there in both cells. B. Vacuole. Vacuole is there in both the cells. Nuclear membrane is also present and mitochondria is also present in both the cells. So cell wall and chloroplast are only limited to plant cell. Now the 9th question goes like this. Different organelles are present in dash part of the cell. Different organelles are present in the cytoplasm, which is a fluid-like medium embedded inside the cell membrane. It contains all the organelles like mitochondria, ribosome, chloroplast, all these. So cytoplasm is the correct option. 10th question. An example of unicellular organism with an irregular shape. So the amoeba is chosen because everybody knows that amoeba can move with the help of its pseudopodia, and pseudopodia is very temporary structure. The cell membrane moves and the cell cytoplasm moves in that direction and the shape changes every moment. Paramecium, euglena are unicellular but they have a fixed shape. Yeast is also a unicellular but it is spherical or oval in shape. Now 11th question. Scientist who first observed cells in dry tree bark was Robert Hooke. Robert Hooke was the one to discover the cells using his very primitive microscope. Question number 12. Part of a cell which contains the genetic material is. The correct answer is nucleus. Nucleus has the chromosomes. Chromosomes are made up of genes. Genes are made up of DNA. These are the chemical materials which carry the genetic material from parents to their offsprings. So, D is the correct answer. Now, let us see 13th question. Cells produced in the male reproductive system, which are very small in size but have a head and middle part and the tail, are nothing but the male gametes called sperms. Now 14th question, let us see. Part of the female reproductive system that helps the embryo to attach and grow during pregnancy is called uterus. Now ovary produces the egg. Fallopian tube carries the ovum from the ovary to the uterus. Ovum is the female gamete produced in the ovary. So after the fertilization, the ovum becomes the zygote, and zygote starts dividing, undergoes cell division and becomes the embryo, which is a ball of cells, and it comes and attaches to the inner wall of the uterus and will be there in the uterus for the next 9 months during the pregnancy. So B is the correct answer. Now the question number 15th one. 2 organisms that undergo external fertilization are. So there are 2 types of fertilization, internal and external. In birds, reptiles and the mammals which are present on the ground, they will be walking on the ground. They can lay egg or they can give birth to the young one, but they have the internal fertilization. The organisms like fishes and amphibians, including frogs, they will live in the water. In their case, the female releases the egg and the male fertilizes it with the sperms in the water medium. So the fertilization which takes place in the water medium is called as external fertilization, which happens in frogs and fishes generally. And question number 16. Which statement is false about the metamorphosis? Now, you know that in the textbook frogs and butterflies are given which undergo metamorphosis and undergo 4 different stages of development and become the adult. Now let us see one by one the statements. Frogs and butterflies undergo metamorphosis. It is correct. The hatchling resembles the adult. It is wrong. So this is chosen. C, let us see. Many stages of the physical change are observed from egg to adult. This is also correct because egg becomes caterpillar or tadpole. Caterpillar in butterfly, tadpole in the frog. And then young adult it becomes, tadpole becomes. In case of caterpillar, it becomes pupa, and then pupa becomes the adult butterfly. So in this way many stages are observed. And for this purpose, there is a hormone called thyroxine. Thyroxine hormone causes the metamorphosis. This is also correct. So B is chosen as the wrong one. Now question number 17 is like this. Mode of asexual reproduction in hydra is. In hydra, the budding is seen. Even in yeast, the budding is the reproduction. Binary fission is seen in amoeba. Cloning is done by humans. Multiple fission is seen in plasmodium. So, budding is correct with respect to the hydra. Question number 18. An organism in which internal fertilization occurs is the snake. We have chosen snake because it lives on ground. So there will be definitely the internal fertilization. Frogs, starfish and fishes live inside the water and they conduct the fertilization in the water medium, means outside the body of the female organism, that is internal fertilization. External fertilization. Now question number 19 we will see. Period of adolescence age is. So adolescence starts from 11th year till 19th year. It depends upon every person. It changes depending on their heredity or environment. Now let us see the 20th question. The period of menstrual cycle in female is 28 to 30 days is the correct answer. Every 28th to 30th day, the menstrual cycle will repeat in the reproductive age of the females in the humans. So this is the correct answer. Now question number 21. The total number of chromosomes that all the cells of the human body has is 23 pairs. To confuse you, there is the answer like 22 pairs or 22 or 46 pair. It is given like that. Instead of 23 pair, if it was 46, that also would be correct answer. Now 23 pair is correct, so we have chosen it. Now question number 22. Which of the following is a group having only endocrine glands? Now you can see here, endocrine glands produce their hormone and release to the bloodstream. Exocrine glands will produce some of the chemicals or enzymes and release it to the duct which connects to the target organ. For example, salivary gland is present near the mouth itself. Saliva is produced and it is released to the mouth directly. Or the gastric juice in the stomach, intestinal juice in the intestine. Liver also acts as a gland. It produces the bile juice. So in this way they are the exocrine glands. Pituitary gland, adrenaline gland, thyroid gland, they are the endocrine glands. They secrete their secretions to the blood. And blood will carry that hormones to the target organs which is present anywhere in the body, not near the gland. So that is the way how the endocrine glands work. So we have chosen A as the correct answer because other options have the exocrine glands mixed with the endocrine glands. Question number 23. The sex determining chromosomes in the male child is. Now you know that the sex determination is done by the father's sperm, which can carry X chromosomes or the Y chromosomes. In the case where the X chromosome carrying sperms unites with the mother's egg can be only X. XX will be the product. So XX means the girl baby will be born. If the father's chromosome, that is Y, in the sperm unites with the egg, that will be resulting in the XY combination. And that XY combination carrying zygote will lead to formation of the boy child. So you see here, Y chromosome from the sperm that fertilizes the egg is the correct answer. To confuse you all, XX, YY, all these are given. These are all wrong. Y, only the Y chromosome, single Y chromosome comes from the sperm, which will decide the male child would be born. If the X chromosome from the sperm fertilizes the egg, then the girl child will be female child will be born. Now 24th question. Gland that produces insulin hormone is, the answer, pancreas. Pancreas, you have to see that it works in two ways. It is called mixed gland. Pancreas can produce pancreatic juice, which is a digestive juice released to the digestive system, and also produces insulin in the blood, which controls the sugar level in the blood. If insulin is less, it leads to diabetes. Now, 25th question. Which of the following options have only electrically insulating materials? You can see there, if the choice contains any one metal, then the option should be discarded because you need insulating materials. So in first option, gold and iron are given. They conduct electricity. They are conductors, not insulators. B contains all which are non-metallic materials like glass, plastic and wood. They are not metals. So the B is the correct option. In C, you can see clearly mercury, silver, magnesium, all are metals. In D, graphite is given. Graphite, though it is the non-metal, it is the only conducting material which comes under non-metal category. Copper and aluminum are very good conductors. So B is the correct answer. 26th question. A magnetic needle placed in a circuit does not deflect when current is passed through which of the following solutions? Now vinegar is an acid, lemon juice is an acid, tap water, though it is neutral, it has some salts dissolved in it. So these all three conduct the electricity and the magnetic needle would deflect. But coconut oil does not contain free ions and does not conduct the electricity. It is non-conductor of electricity. 27th question. In an electrochemical process, a bulb does not light up when electricity is passed through a solution. The reasons can be, just see the reasons. If the solution is a conductor of electricity, the bulb would have glowed. The tips of the electrodes are not properly immersed. Yes, this can be correct because if the tips are not immersed inside the solution, they will not come in contact with the ions and so there will not be any conduction of electricity. So B is chosen. Let us see the C. C option says that vessel containing the solution is made of plastic. Always these vessels will be made of an insulating material because the electricity should not be wasted. And the conducting wire is made of copper. This is also true because there should be copper wire or aluminum wire in a circuit because electricity will flow very easily. Now question number 28. When the conductivity of the three solutions A, B, C is tested using a electrical tester, the bulb does not lit up in the liquid A. That means the A liquid is a non-conductor. The bulb is very dimly lit in liquid B. That means B is a very weak conductor, poor conductor. In solution C, the bulb is lit up brightly. That means the solution C is a very good conductor of electricity. Now see the statements. Liquid A and B are insulators. No, A is insulator, B is a conductor but poor conductor. C is better conductor than liquid B. This is correct because in C the bulb is brightly lit. Now in C option, liquid A is a better conductor than liquid B. No, liquid A does not glow the bulb only. So it is a very weak conductor or a non-conductor. Electrical conductivities of the liquid cannot be compared in this way. No, we can conduct the experiments to show the conductivity in this way. So B is the correct answer. Now question number 29. Flow of electricity through a solution causes the chemical effect. The chapter name is only electrochemical effect or reactions. Question number 30. An electric current is passed through a copper sulphate solution. The two electrodes are copper strips. After some time, a copper coating is formed on which electrode? The answer is negative electrode or cathode. Positive electrode is called as anode. Why copper comes and gets coated on the negative electrode? There is a reason that copper being a metal, it loses the electron, and from the anode the copper ions will move into the solution and get attracted towards the cathode because cathode is rich in electrons. So positively charged ions of copper will go and get deposited on the cathode, that is a negative electrode. So you should know that non-metals always get attracted towards the positive and metals will attracted towards the negative electrode. So here we finish all the 30 questions and I have explained how to choose the correct answers. Study thoroughly. Best of luck for the future exams.